Peace and healing, family, and welcome back to another episode of Heal with Angelica Waters podcast, where we discuss all things healing. And on today's episode, I have an amazing guest joining me today, spoken word artist and podcast host Miniimah Muhammad, as we will be discussing today's topic, the healing powers of Islam and mental health.
Yes.
Miniimah, welcome and thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
Good. Allah's the greatest. We speaking on Islam. Everything is good. Thank you for having us on. So we very excited to talk about this topic. Very excited.
Ye- yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am super excited to talk about this. Now, before we get started on this
Okay.
amazing topic, do you mind letting our audience know just a little bit more about you?
Oh wow. Our name is Miniimah Muhammad, but we go by Queen Candy. We are the host of the Queen Candy podcast slash radio show. A little bit of our background, spoken word. Been writing since we were 16. Started doing music in 2018, so we do have music that's on any streaming platform, a few songs. Did a little acting, modeling, of course, before we transitioned over to learning Islam, and now still doing same things, but of course a little differently. We are now co-CEO of a record label with our husband that's called Military Camp Records. Our show, the Queen Candy podcast, is now on about 24 different platforms, and that includes two networks and three radio stations. So we are very, very busy, and also as another side hustle, we sell jewelry as well. So we are a paparazzi and producing, making our own music. We're working on new music for next year. Uh, everybody, I think that's everything we
Yes.
cover.
Yes. I love it, sis. Praise be to Allah. Now, I
Yes.
just want to, because you were kind of going in and out there, can you hear me
Mm-hmm.
clearly?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to be sure because I was having trouble hearing you a little bit. Is your
Oh.
I don't know, as far as your audio.
Yeah. I think everything is good. We
Okay.
connected. Yep.
Okay. All right, sis. All right. Now let's get started on
Okay.
this topic today: the healing powers of Islam and mental health. Now, let's define what is Islam. Islam is complete submission to the will of God.
Yep.
And through submission to God, one is actually able to heal any mental and physical affliction.
Yep.
So that brings me to my first question for you, Ms. Miniimah. What does Islam mean to you?
Oh wow. With our background of losing our dad, and we've been through so much pain and loss in our life, Islam to us has brought us a lot of peace and acceptance to a lot of things we've done in our past and things that have been done to us. So just following, Allah, and of course staying with our studies is taught us to just let it go. You
Mm,
have to get rid of the old to receive the new.
yes.
And it's just taught us to let a lot of things go and just realize that the peace starts within us. We
Mm,
relied so much on other people for peace and love and understanding and all that, and it didn't come in the form that we thought it would. And now we are done a whole 360. We're on a
yes.
different path now, and now we take the peaceful route, and it's been very helpful.
Mm,
Had to dismiss a lot of people from my life, of course, to have that peace.
mm-hmm.
But that's what it's done for us. It's calmed down all the rage and the anger and the pain we used to have, and we guess we would say threw it out the window.
Yeah.
Don't know if that would make
Let it
sense, but
go.
Yeah, you have to. You can't hold on to it forever. It's gonna kill you,
Exactly.
literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it seems like, you know, you said it best, Islam brought you peace.
Yeah.
And I could definitely say the same thing with me because peace is with the creator. Peace is with Allah God. So once you are able to reconnect yourself back to your creator, God, Allah,
Yep.
you're able to better understand life. So with coming back to him, he gives you the tools you need to get equipped to this life.
Yep.
That's exactly how I feel. Like that's how I felt. That's how I feel. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going through this. He'll tell you what you need to do. He'll
Oh
he'll
yeah.
guide you to what it is that you need to do. And because we lost our way,
Oh yeah.
we don't. And we're very we're very selfish, stubborn, prideful, niggardly people.
Oh yeah.
So because we're so in our ways, and honestly, it's not our fault because we were born in sin. However, it comes a point of time where it is your fault, and you need
Yep.
to do something about it. So, because we are programmed the way that we are, and then we stay that way, it ends up just deteriorating us as a human being because
Mhm.
we don't know who we are, what we need to do, what is our purpose, why am I living,
Yep.
and I'm living in hell and it's not peaceful.
Yep.
So, like, Islam to me definitely is just peace, a sound mind, being comfortable and knowing that at the end of the day, no matter what, Allah is with you. God is with you.
Mhm.
You're not doing this alone, and you got backup,
Yep.
and you can do it because He gave you the tools you need. We just have to be obedient and listen and remain in that childlike state of mind because we lost our way and we are not
Mhm.
in that child state of mind anymore. So because we don't want to be in that child state of mind anymore, I'm not saying that we don't want to be, but because we are older adults, we think that we
Yeah.
don't. We think that we don't need continue to need guidance. You always need guidance,
Oh yeah.
because we always want. We're always growing. We're people that has to grow and evolve. So I love that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
And
that.
it's
Yes.
like you have to let him drive, and you get in the passenger seat. That's why Islam is complete submission to the will of Allah God. You just good or bad, you have something you're going through, somebody done did something, you pray to him, talk to him about it. Don't do anything. That's
Yes.
the worst thing you can do. That's why it's called complete submission. Your whole life. When we say you have to do a whole 360,
Mhm.
it's a complete change, y'all. But it's a good one. And a lot of people
Yes.
that because we can't eat, pork or swine, and you can't dress a certain way or wear weave or makeup. That's it's gonna make you lame, or
Yeah.
you're gonna die. No, you actually gonna live. Like that's how
Yeah.
people, and we've heard it. I can't wear weave, and we used to still got pictures, y'all. Still
Listen.
got pictures. We used to wear the whole
Let's go
nine
back.
yards, and then it was told to us by our husband. We actually had on the wig. True story. We took it off and threw it. Like you ain't gotta tell us twice.
Yeah.
It's it's not necessarily you giving up, but you have to get rid of the old you. You can't have both. That's why you submit. And when you do that, just like with us, a lot of stuff that's happened the past couple of months, we didn't do it. That was Allah.
Yeah.
We
Listen.
just sat back and okay, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna trust you. We know you're not gonna put us in harm's way.
Exactly.
So, we
Exactly.
gonna just follow and let you take the lead. That's it. And that's the
Exactly.
best thing you can do. But like you just said, our people, we so stubborn. We don't we do not want to do it
We
because we
don't. We don't. We have been so accustomed to this way of living, the world's way of living, that we
program.
believe that we have been very programmed.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's so programmed. We've been so. That's why they call us the dead people, the mentally dead, because we've been so programmed that it's so hard to it's so hard to wake us up to reality, to what's really real. And you know just like you just pointed out, the simple fact that you you have to let go of the new you in
Mm-hmm.
order to, not the new you, you have to let go
Yeah,
of the
oh,
old
yeah.
you in order to bring about a new you. So yes, I listen. Praise be to Allah.
Yeah, praise be to Allah.
Yes,
You
yes,
have to.
yes.
It's not hard, y'all. You just have to really want to do it. And yeah, it started out with us being in fear, in slavery 400 plus years ago. That's where it started. But now Islam is right in front of us.
Yes.
A lot of people don't even realize that it's right in front of you. All these movies, these TV shows y'all watch, you really got to watch and pay attention. Just like a couple of movies and stuff we watched since learning Islam, we didn't even know they was giving a greeting. And we like, Assalamu alaikum. We like, oh, so y'all
That
know. But
they
y'all not
knew.
promoting it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's funny you said that because we have to understand and think that why in the world will these people want to give us the truth? Their job is to hide it as much as possible. And because we're not woke into ourselves and we don't understand ourselves, we
Mm-hmm.
don't know ourselves, we will look straight past that.
Yep.
Like, wow, that is our greed and that is us. And because we don't know ourselves and we've
Mm-hmm.
been taught other people, we've been they teaching us about other people. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
taught us about us ourselves. So of course we not gonna know
Nope.
ourselves. Of course we
Nope.
not gonna know who we are. So the foundation to me, as I feel in regards to Islam, is Islam brings you back to yourself, brings you
Mm-hmm.
back to who you are, your true nature as a human being, as a person, and your true nature is to completely submit
Yep.
yourself to your creator, to God. So
Yeah.
listen. Mm-mm-mm.
We are the original man and the original woman. We
Yes.
are not a copy of anybody else. We're supposed to rise up and be the leader. And honestly, if you don't know, you can find us and we'll tell you, of course, or
Listen,
do your research.
definitely do your research. If you don't understand, do your research, ask us, you know.
Yep.
But eventually, as the world is in transition right now, people are starting to wake up and to see that, Islam is not this religion that's separated because they want to
Mm-mm.
separate it and make things everything religion. Christianity, Islam,
Oh,
Buddhism,
man.
it's none of that. Islam been the foundation
Yep.
forever. So um
Christianity was a made up religion. And a lot of us don't even know that. That was a symbol of death everybody wear around their neck that represents us being hung and lynched. A lot of people don't know this. It was made up when we were brought over here. But
mm-hmm.
like you just said, that's being pumped. Falsehood. That's what we're looking for.
Falsehood.
Falsehood.
There you
That's
go.
being pumped more than the truth. And they have this Christianity versus Islam, our Messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he's always talking about that because we listen to the theology of time.
Yes.
And he's always talking about which one's going to survive the war of Armageddon. We're in it right now.
There
For
you
those that
go.
do not know that, we got states, and our husband came, babe, Texas underwater. We like, what? Texas?
It's here.
It's going on right now. It's no
Mm-hmm.
war. And hate this. Well, no, we don't. We don't hate to say it. Take that back. um, it's going to be revealed.
Yes.
And everybody, well, we're going to see what's going to happen. Okay. It's a choice. That's why it's called free will.
And we have that. And
When
we
you
have
get to a
that.
certain, yeah, when you get to a certain age, you got to rise up. And
Yes.
we just had a birthday. And that's what we realized. We don't want to get dead. Just
Mm-hmm.
honest. And we were asked that while we started learning Islam because we realized really, if not, we were going to wind up dead
Yeah.
or
Yeah. You
sitting in
want to,
somebody's jail.
yeah, because honestly, the things that the world has taught us has been completely been wrong from
It's
the
a
way we
whole just
switch, from the way
switch.
we eat, the way we think, just every single thing, the clothes we wear, everything has been
It's
just it's mind-boggling the things that I learned. Like, wow, like I didn't know this was
so
harmful. Why are they
yeah,
doing this to me? What did I do
because
to them? You know.
You know, because they want to take
Listen,
us out. Let's
okay.
be honest. They know it's stuff that we ain't supposed to eat. Almost everything. We don't know if you know this now. When you go to the store now, it has some kind of swine or some kind of pork in it. So we literally have to read the ingredients and stuff when we
Mhm.
go to the store now. It's and everything is done intentionally. Everything. And
Yes.
everybody's like, it's an accident, but no, everything has been designed to destroy us, and so far it's working.
Listen, it
It's
is. It
working.
is. It is. But like it stated, what they say, a lot was called, but a few were few are chosen. Hope
Yeah, I
I'm saying
think
that
it's
right.
many are called but few
Many
are
are
chosen,
called,
something
but
like
few
that.
are chosen.
Hmm.
Exactly, exactly. So, I want to get into how Islam helped you with your mental health issues.
Ooh, wow. Okay, I have to go back a little bit on this one. Well, we'll start off with how I even started. I think we mentioned this already. Um, Losing our dad at a young age, going through the foster care system, child abuse, homeless, whole 9 yards. Relationships we never should have been in.
Mhm.
We had to absorb and learn a lot, and we remember it being as far back as elementary school when
Mm.
all this started happening. And yeah, it caused us to have we dealt with anxiety, depression. We unfortunately did try to commit suicide a few years back. It was a situation involving our kids and a family member, but we're still here, so we
Yes,
obviously didn't
praise be to
succeed.
Allah.
Yeah,
Yes.
praise be to Allah. Oh, for Elijah Muhammad, yeah. A lot of people, like we said, we don't deal with a lot of people anymore because they intentionally swear try to drive us crazy. Wow, it's amazing. Um, we went through a lot of depression because we, of course, didn't know how to love ourselves, take care of ourselves. Um, that's why we accepted so much of the behavior that we did. Um, and fast forward to now, learning Islam has taught us how to do the opposite of everything we just said. You
Exactly.
know, that's why it's called self-love and self-esteem, self-acceptance. And we had to learn a lot of this the hard way, which really helped us with our mental issues as it all starts with you. Nobody's going to love you or take care of you if you're not doing that yourself. You're not going to
Mm.
attract the right kind of people or network, relationship, family, whatever, if you not loving yourself. And sometimes, just like it says on our hoodie, don't disturb our peace, none.
Yes.
So we adamant about that. If you're not a fan, if you're not applauding anything, if you've even done something to us in the past, no, we don't deal with you. And spend family, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
that was one of the things that helped as well. In Islam, like we said, it's peace. It's complete submission to the will of Allah. And that's what we did. Submitted everything. He already knew it. He was with us anyway. We just didn't
Yeah.
know at the time when we were going through everything we went through.
Mhm.
So, you know, we submitted everything. And our past was forgiven. So if anyone does try to do that, it won't even phase us
Yeah.
now. We had to, like we said earlier, let go, and we ain't gonna necessarily say forgive because they are going to be dealt with by Allah if they don't, claim their own and so forth.
Exactly.
But Islam and just accepting, okay, you ain't gonna be perfect. You're not. Yeah, you messed up. You did X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever. You learned your lesson. Sometimes it was the hard way, but the past is in the past. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
Yeah, this person might have hurt you, whatever, you have to let it go. And it was like a lot of dead weight when we started learning Islam because we
Oh.
realized more and more, a lot of things we didn't know it wasn't our fault.
Yeah.
The way we came up, it wasn't our fault. So going through that whole healing process of learning Islam, it just mainly taught us how to love ourselves. And
Mm.
now we at the point where we're telling anybody, look, we don't have to accept any kind of behavior
You,
we don't want. So you
you
can love us, hate us, but you are not going to stop what Allah is going to do in our life. You're not.
yes.
And if we got to cut you off, then so be it. So we adamant about that. We don't want to die. I,
Yeah.
that's the best way we can put it.
Yes. Listen, I'm laughing because that is exactly how I feel. I feel the same
Mm-hmm.
exact way. Like it when you shouldn't fear no man but God because his chastisement, his punishment is way worse than anything you could ever think about.
Man.
I think I want to live. I don't know about you, but
Yeah,
yeah,
fear no
so
one but Allah. So that's the other reason why we have the I don't care
mhm.
mentality. Like you can do whatever or you think you're gonna do it. It's
Yeah.
not gonna.
Exactly, because he's
Yep.
always in the midst. He's always
Mm-hmm.
around, and he's the best of nowhere. So
Yep.
he knows intentionally what's in the hearts of our people. So he knew even when we were like even when you were going through what you were going through, he knew what he was doing, even in the midst of the destruction, even in the midst
Mm-hmm.
of you, doing what you were doing, me doing what I was doing in the past. He knew this was just building us up to get to
Yep.
this point here. And that's what it is with everybody. Everybody needs to understand that even in the midst of the storm, it's something being created in that. But it's up to you. Like I said, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
we have a free will and a free choice. It's up to us to accept or deny.
Yep.
Accept the truth, accept what it is, accept the pain,
Yep.
accept the difficulties, because understand, out of this difficulty comes ease. Out
Oh
of
yeah.
this struggle comes a greater abundance of joy and gift that
Mm-hmm.
God will give you, even if you're suffering from anxiety or depression, whatever it is that you're suffering from. Understand that Islam, which is complete submission to God, which is who God is,
Mm-hmm.
peace, the opposite of anxiety and depression to me is knowledge. And how do you grow in knowledge? You get connected back to the source. The source will connect you back to knowledge. That's he's the all knowledgeable to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's you wanna get rid of anxiety, you better go to God. You wanna get rid of
Yep.
depression, go to you.
Yep.
That's what I found out when it came to me when I was dealing with hard stuff. Like I had to just completely just stop doing what I wanted to do
Yeah.
and do what
That's.
he asked me to do.
Yep.
You know? So I love that. Thank you so much. So I wanted to end the show out with this question.
Okay.
Now, what advice do you have for someone who is suffering with mental health issues but don't know what to do? I mean, I think I kind of said at the end, but I want to hear
Yeah.
your opinion.
Yeah.
Like, what's an advice for someone who advice to somebody who doesn't even um, know what Islam is? Just a general advice.
And we can't wait to find a sister and tell her this. We tell our husband all the time, we need a sister so we can teach, but we know she coming, so we patient.
Yes.
But when that day comes, or even if somebody just randomly asks us, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you're going through what you're going through. This world will try to make you feel like it is, like you just this disease, like something is wrong with you. Trust us, we know. We got people
Mm.
don't speak to us at all because of the path we've chosen,
Yes.
and they still want to try and stop it. But we would say, and we're gonna stick to that. It's not your fault. You just sometimes you're just born into a bad life, a bad situation, a bad lifestyle. You never know. You don't ask for your parents. So going through what we went through, we would say it's not your fault.
Mm.
And we will also say, knowing what we know now, go find you a message to the black man by Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Pick that book
Get
up and
that
start
book.
reading it. That's where you can start by discovering who you are. Don't listen to this world because this is a big fantasy
Illusion.
of that's what everybody's living in. They're all about the material, money, and we got to pay bills and all that, but that's not everything. But it's not your fault. So we say it's not your fault. Pick up a message to the black man and just learn how to love yourself. If you gotta block everybody off, do that. Do what's gonna bring peace and love to your life, and learn
Mm.
Islam. Black women, black men too, because y'all got to be the leaders. So learn Islam. And we know everybody, yeah, I'm a Christian, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not who you were meant to be. It's not. That's what we would tell them. And we usually be a little bit more blunt with it. We're just like, you want to get dead? Do you want to get dead? Just saying. Because that's
Honesty,
what's, it's,
listen, you gotta be honest now.
yeah,
Listen.
but that's what we would. It's not your fault. You're not as messed up as you think you are. Nobody is perfect. And even being a Muslim woman, we still deal with battles and, tribulations. And we're married too. So,
Yeah.
but now we know how to deal with them better. So for those that are going through that and may see this, it's not your fault. Find you someone you can, not anybody, find you your best friend or a family member, someone you can talk to about whatever it is that you're going through. Know that it's not your fault. You're not a mistake. Everything you're going through is going to be for the greater good. That's what we always call it. And even with us right now, we're still going through things right this moment as we're talking to
Exactly.
y'all. But
Yes.
every day we wake up and we're able to do our prayers, we say a lot of grace. We say thank you a lot because we still could be gone,
Exactly.
But we
Hmm.
would say it's not their fault. Get your message to the black man about Elijah Muhammad. Read that
Yes.
book, and you're going to side note real fast. We picked up that book the first time we read it. We were so pissed. We was like, "Oh, y'all been lying to us this whole
Man,
entire
listen, I was
time,
like,
huh?"
I was
We
looking
was
at
like,
the page.
we was
I've
asking
been
our husband, "Really,
bamboozled.
baby? Like this one?" Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, that look on your face, that's the same look I had." I'm like, "What?" But yeah, pick up that book
Hmm.
out, and find someone you can trust and talk to.
Yeah.
And just life can be hard, but as long as you still got that pulse and you still can breathe, you
Yes.
still have a purpose. So remember that. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. Just people, we don't have a lot of people applauding for us. Be your own
Hmm.
cheerleader.
Okay. Okay. We got to be. We got to be. Oh my
So that's
gosh,
that's what we
Moniza.
would say. And we'll tell
Yes.
them that you're strong. You this queen and king word. We gotta learn a real definition of that.
Hmm.
So we don't even use that word anymore. But just come into your own, claim your own, and
Yes.
learn who you really are. You're not a copy, you're an original.
Ooh. I'm about to drop the mic.
That's what we had to learn. And then we always was antisocial, and we like, why? And this is a question we do want to ask: why blend in when you can stand out? Just you ain't gotta
Okay.
follow. We tell our kids, you don't have to follow everybody else do. They gonna laugh
Hmm.
at you, tease you, whatever. But when you getting that money, or you doing you, and you
They'll be back around.
looking
They
at them
trying to
like,
see what's she doing. Dang,
mm-hmm,
I should have stuck with her. You
yeah,
know?
that's gonna be us. That's gonna be
Yes.
us. That's gonna be you,
Yes.
everybody. So whatever you're doing, don't give up on it. Don't give up on yourself. It's everything is not gonna always be in a row, but keep moving.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my God. Thank you again, Miniimah, for joining me today in
Thank
this
you.
discussion. Yes, this well needed topic, the healing powers of Islam and
Yes.
mental health. I would also like to give a special thank you to my amazing audience in Healing Tribe for joining us today. I pray today's episode was informative and valuable to you all. Also, be sure to give us your feedback, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes on any of your favorite podcast stations and or on my YouTube channel, Heal with Angelica Waters Podcast, to get the message out to those in need of healing. Also, if you are suffering from anxiety and depression, my 12-week one-on-one balanced life coaching program is
Mm.
just for you as I help women of color who suffer from anxiety and depression and get them a results to a new you. Book your free 30-minute consultation call with me today. Link is in the description below to schedule, as well as my new release ebook, Heal Yourself and Healing Tribe merch.
Wow.
Also, if you guys enjoyed this episode just as well as I did, this was amazing, sis. I'm letting you know this was on top, okay?
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
on fire.
Yes.
Show your support by donating today for more free and powerful content. just like this. More info to donate will be listed in today's show notes as well as on the screen below.
Yes.
And last but not least, I will also leave information about my guest, Miss Miniimah Muhammad, to connect with her. If you guys would love to connect with her, she has her own podcast and many, many, many other things.
Many.
Yes, 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 yes. I love it, sis. Miniimah, now before we end today's show, do you have any closing remarks for today's audience?
Yes. Well, number one, you guys, we want to just plug this in. Miss Angelica will be on our show, the Queen Candy podcast, next week. So we're gonna do a pre-recorded show. So we're probably gonna be talking about the same thing, y'all. So make sure y'all follow us
Yes,
on our Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. And we subscribe to your page as well under
yes,
the Queen Candy podcast. Um, Thank you for having us once again. And we just want to close out with saying, and we gonna say this all the time. We say this on our show, ladies, fellas, y'all not an original. You not the N word. We don't want to say it like this world has portrayed us to be. It's time for us to be real kings and queens and rise up and claim our own. Come together and find out who we were meant to be. You know, you're not weak, you're not feeble. Excuse us. If anything, we're the strongest. We are the strongest. We
ooh,
are the first. And, you know, like we always say, whatever passion, whatever you have in your life, make sure you're helping people and, you know, keep doing it. Nobody wants to see any of us succeed, especially if you're someone of color. So we definitely have
yes,
to push forward more than ever and prove them wrong. And you're looking at living proof that it can happen. So
yes,
Allah can change someone like us from where we used to be. All praises be to Him. Now
yes,
we are honestly the happiest we've ever been, y'all. And it's not as bad. Well, it's not bad at all. Like people
yeah,
try to portray it. You know, you have to get rid of your old self. You know, it's not when we nitpicking or jumping on you, but we just letting you know you can rise up and be whatever you want. You can
mm-hmm.
we can claim everything back, but we are strong. We gotta be strong as a people, and think that'll be it.
Yes, Miniimah, I love it. I love it. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and thank my amazing healing tribe for joining us today. And we leave you guys as we came. Peace and
Thank you.
blessings.
Thank you.